The Secret Life of Pets is such a joy, and I was so happy to have a reason to rewatch this. I've seen it before, and then I realised I'd never reviewed it. I've reviewed the second one. I don't know why I'd never reviewed this one, so I took the opportunity to rewatch it, and I'm so glad because it is such a joy. This was released in 2016, it's an Illumination film directed by Chris Renaud, written by Cinco, Paul, Ken Daurio, and Brian Lynch, with a voice cast including Louis C.K., Eric Stonestreet, Kevin Hart, Jenny Slate, Ellie Kemper, Lake Bell, and various others. Brilliant voice cast, beautiful animation style, the usual quality we get with Illumination, and the story is a joy. I will say, first of all, there was a mild irritation. This was not the easiest to find in the UK. It's currently, at least in time of recording, only available to rent on Rakuten, which I was happy to do. It wasn't tremendously expensive. I think it was maybe about £3 or £4. Everywhere else, YouTube, Amazon, it was only available to buy. And I didn't want to buy it. I don't know why. It's not the easiest to get hold of at the moment. But if you haven't seen it and you are willing to rent it in the UK, then certainly, or indeed buy it, then I'd say it's one that's definitely worth watching. It focuses on what the animals get up to when their owners are not at home. And it primarily focuses on Max, a beautiful Jack Russell, and a new dog called Duke. Duke is in Newfoundland. And Max, having lived by himself, having had his owner's full attention, isn't really delighted that the owner has adopted another dog, and it's partly about that relationship, and there are obviously various other little narratives focusing on different characters as they go on this adventure, and I won't go into too much detail about that, but if you love animals, if you love cats and dogs, I think you'll thoroughly enjoy this. The animals themselves are brilliant. The narrative is great, it works well, it flows well, the pacing's great, but the characters are larger than life. They are so fun, they're so engaging. The personalities really suit the animals, they suit the dog breeds, the voices match the characters as well. That's purely, in my opinion, from my perspective. The voices were what I would have expected for those characters, and that obviously helps to make it more engaging, more believable, more adorable when I'm looking at the animals, looking at the dogs, and I'm believing their characters, I'm believing their personalities, and it's wonderful. It's emotional at times, but it's not too emotional, and I say that because I cry so easily at even animated films about animals, but this one, it's not the case. Yes, it gets emotional at times, but for the most part, it's quite a light-hearted, easy watch. Definitely very funny at times. The animation itself is gorgeous, not just the designs of the dogs, but the backdrops, the various locations, everything is done brilliantly. We have some great messages about family and friendship and working together, and it's an absolute joy. While I'm sure there is room for improvement, there's nothing specific I can point to as being a key area of improvement. I found it to be so great. I remembered really liking it, and that's one of the reasons why I was quite happy to pay to rent it. Again, I was quite confused that it's just not easy to get hold of in the UK at the moment. If anybody knows why, please feel free to let me know. But certainly, the £3 or £4 I paid to rent it, absolutely worth it. Really glad I had a reason to rewatch it. Because I've reviewed the second one already, I'm not going to go and rewatch that one immediately. But if it's available streaming, then I might give that one a rewatch pretty soon, because it's a fun concept. This one's very well executed. The animation's great, the characters, the voice acting, it's funny, it's beautiful. I love it. If you like films about animals, then The Secret Life of Pets is absolutely one that's worth watching.